Okay, guys. I just have a few thoughts to share. I think what Debola has said is it's so important that you guys take this thing to heart. And so I won't speak too much because I think that was like an amazing way to kind of like end it. Some of the few things I would just want to drop with you guys is that one, first of all, understand that knowledge is only effective when it's applied. The power of knowledge gotten is not in getting the knowledge, is in the application of the knowledge. We've spent the last 10 weeks learning experientially and theoretically, attending classes and doing projects, and everybody has said they've grown. But that growth is not in the things that you learn by just listening to us. That growth is when you actually apply it. That's when knowledge has power. So go make sure that as even for this cohort, for this fellowship, and even the things that you go through life, that you are constantly applying. Don't get carried away with just, I want to attend every seminar, I want to listen to every video, I want to listen to every podcast, and just taking information. Information is good, but make sure that you are applying, because it's when you apply that you can see growth. It's when you apply that it can be impact. It's when you apply that you can fail and you can learn from that mistakes, that you can grow again and you can try again. So make sure that we watch the videos, we listen to the things that was spoken about over and over again. But every time you do, tell yourself I'm going to apply one thing. What is that one lesson that I can start implementing in my life today, and I can implement again tomorrow, and I can repeat over and over and over again until it becomes a habit, or until it becomes a way of thinking, until it becomes my lifestyle, until it becomes the very core of my being and becomes part of me. Knowledge is in the power of knowledge is an application. And when Jobola said that visibility is not impact, influence is not impact. Impact is really just impacting. And I would just add to that by saying, plant seeds. Don't get carried away with, I want to reach a lot of people, I want to get very visible, I want to get these awards, these grants, these fellowships. Not necessarily. Those things are good because they can propel you forward. However, the most important thing is that you are reaching one person, and that you are planting a seed, and that seed can be watered. And when you impact people, impact is so amazing that it's not a one-day thing, a one-hour thing. It's a thing that people begin to live with and becomes their life. So find one person every other day, every other month, every other year, and say, what can I do within my capabilities to plant a seed, a positive seed in one person's life, So Gordon said, tell your story to one person, and when you tell that story to one person, that person will pick you, and then more people like you will pick you. The best way to reach a lot of people is to start by reaching one person. And then make sure that you are doing it authentically, that you are you're saying your promises, and you're delivering on your promise. You are showing up consistently, and showing up can be hard, right? Showing up can be tough. Yeah, especially when you're a leader, and there are just times when you want to be selfish and you want to do things for yourself. But you will also have to remember that the person I am is the person who wants to plant seeds. And so I will show up in spite of and regardless of. And the more you show up, the more you build yourself up to show up more and more and more. The more you show up, the more you get better at showing up. So make sure that every day you show up for yourself, show up for your family, show up for your team members, show up for your colleagues, and very importantly, always show up for the people that you lead. And just like I said in one of the classes, build your relationships, guys. Build your relationships. Life is a leverage game. People who go very far are people who have networks, who are able to build networks and leverage on people, their skills, their expertise, their sentiments, their emotional bank account. So make sure that you are deliberately harnessing good relationships, give value to people, deposit into the emotional bank account, like I said in one of the classes, but build your relationship, sustain it. And the only way you can do that is by becoming a person of value. And value is not necessarily teaching people. Value is just being. Value is sometimes just being there. Value is sometimes showing that I care. Value is showing that I can listen to you. But make sure that you give value. And lastly, I would say this: think about, visualize a cup, right? And people get to drink from cups. However, when you keep pouring in a cup, there's a level you get to and it starts overpouring. The best way to give is to pour on yourself. The more you pour in yourself, you will get to a point when you realize that giving becomes natural, that it's easier to teach, it's easier to speak when you actually have content. So as much as you want to plant the seed and impact people, and you want to apply knowledge, don't forget to feed yourself, because once you do, your cup at some point, it would get to a point like there's no way you keep filling a cup that it won't start overpouring. So just make sure that you keep pouring in yourself, so that giving back to people and planting seeds and impacting people becomes very natural, almost become automatic. I'm super proud of you guys. I've said it like countless times, but I'll repeat it one more time and say I'm proud of you guys. I'm super happy that you were the ones that we picked to, launch this Cohort Africa Fellowship. I've watched you guys grow, and I've seen what you guys are doing on social media, and I'm just incredibly proud of each and everybody's growth. I literally see everybody. So well done, and keep giving of yourself and keep pouring into yourself. And then see you in our alumni network.